Give us the second by second rundown of everything that happened the moment your stream crashed the other night up until the moment you hit the live button. Dude, there's like a lot to talk about. Guys, thank you for all the resubs and stuff. I appreciate it a whole bunch. I closed connections because it was so awful. Dude, we're gonna feast. Dude, we're back. Yeah. Can I do this? You can ask a question, yeah. Chan, thank you for 1 year. My longest sub ever, dude. What?
My longest sub ever, MHM.
I'm honored, actually, dude. I'm honored. Been dreaming of this blank canvas for days. It's been calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. Do I go for VIP this month? I fucking forgot it's April, man. Dude, I gotta catch up. You know what I feel like? I feel like Captain America when he wakes up and it's 2012 and he's been asleep since like 1942. Oh, can you redeem VIP? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to keep track of it. Mods, write this down. Aye.
Get yourself a yummy treat or something, King.
Oh, they timed the TTS right on top of each other. Hey, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Actually, I really appreciate that a whole bunch. Very cool. 43 in a row, dude. No streak broken. Stones can't keep him down. Also, when I was offline, there was a couple. My alerts are so busted, I can't even see.
Sub ever.
Second longest? Second longest, we'll take it. When I was off stream, there was a couple people that gifted subs, or maybe one person during that, like the sub promo event thing. I thought that was very thoughtful and sweet. I appreciate it. Just didn't want those to fly under the radar because they were off stream. Which, by the way, we missed. Dude, why is it every time I get sick, every time I fall ill, Twitch does a promo for subs? Remember after TwitchCon when they had like the huge September thing and I was sick for 4 days? And then day when I get in the hospital, I get an email from Twitch saying, hey, so gifted subs are now 35% off. Also, it ends March 31st. I was like, God damn it. I hope you saw the Discord card. I did, yeah, dude. I have like so much stuff to catch up on. It is gone in the Wincast. I'll take care of it tomorrow. I didn't purge the VIPs from last month again. It's still March 25th in my head, dude. Dude, it's so poetic, kind of, how the end of the last stream was just like the internet cutting off abruptly after I was jumped by Minecraft kids. So wild. Like, we didn't know we were never going to see him again. Isn't that insane, dude? Low-key scripted, yeah. Oh, I already dropped frames today. Shit, that's not a good sign. My internet already cooked a little bit. A refresh if you're delayed. I'll say that now. I hope it stays. It's been super windy, so I think something to do with that. Are you going to do Nintendo Direct? I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, there's so much stuff to catch up on. I'm going to tell the story from like where I've been for a week, and then I'm going to talk about like current stuff. It's mad windy, dude. Kind of over it. It's going to be nice this weekend, though. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, anyway. Thanks for being here. It's been 30 minutes, and I'm caught up on alerts finally. Refresh if you're delayed, by the way. My internet did cut out for a second. It's kind of freaking me out. I was gone for a week. This is my first stream in 8 days, right? 8 days? 10 days? 9 days? My last stream was Monday. My last stream was Monday last week. I went to the hospital on Wednesday. It's now Wednesday. Boy, what the fuck, dude? Biannual kidney stone drawing? It's not even biannual. The last kidney stone was I don't know. It wasn't that long ago. Let me turn the music down a little bit. I was gone for a week because I was in the hospital. I should probably make the paintbrush black. I'm drawing on a white canvas, not white. Hospital. You know? L'hôpital, I think it's called in French. I was so excited to stream on Wednesday last week. I had such a good day. I took a shower. My hair was like weirdly curly that day too. We were all primed for a good day, dude. And then I thought, damn, I didn't eat much today. Yeah, I'll even send you a picture. It's like a really goofy fucking picture, but like this picture's moments before disaster, dude. I look like the worst substitute history teacher you've ever had in your entire life. This picture was moments before disaster. This is Wednesday. This is 1 week ago. Wearing my old glasses. Dude, I've been fucking with wearing my old glasses. I don't know why. I think it's just like they're very sturdy and I don't have to worry about bending them or breaking them. I've been wearing my old glasses like when I'm just around the house. They're not actually old. They're like they're actually newer than these. They're just a backup pair in case mine break. Because without them, I'm cooked. I dropped mine in the ocean one time and it was awful. I couldn't see for 3 days. So anyway, that was me moments before disaster. I was gonna stream. This is Wednesday. We're just gonna go in chronological order. I'm not gonna like draw this story out just because it's like innately so long because there's so many days. March 26th. Crazy, man. It feels like just yesterday. Well, it was like the last time I was on my computer. Yeah, I have like curly hair actually. It's weird. I just like forget and then I just destroy it and then it looks like ass. Yeah, we're journaling. What is this song? Jake. Thank you, dude.
He lived, bitch. Best belated 38th birthday present I could ask for.
Happy birthday. So Wednesday, 3/26. I'm about to have the stream of my life, dude. I'm chilling. I have like new things planned. We're gonna grind. It's like 4:30. Like I'm gonna go live at 4:30. We're chilling. And I think, okay, I'm live kind of early, which means I'm gonna be streaming for a while, probably like around 8 hours. So I'm gonna get hungry and I didn't have food, so I walked to get a smoothie. So I walk down the street to get a smoothie, healthy, nice, healthy $14 snack. And imagine the pain started midstream. I probably would have wrote it out for a bit. No, I don't know. So I get my smoothie and I start walking back and I'm almost home when suddenly this agitating, jarring. No, it wasn't that bad. It was this I'm walking and I'm taking a sip of the smoothie. I don't know why I always use the smallest possible brush. You can't even tell what I'm drawing. And I'm thinking, oof, that's got a little kick. And I walk a couple more steps. And then take another sip of my smoothie. It's 4:40. I'm mad at myself because I'm not streaming already. And I'm thinking, okay, very funny. and I feel familiar sensation in my back, my flank, side, flank, back, side, flank, back, obliques, if you will. And I'm like, okay, it's no big deal. I've had this pain before. I've had this pain for like 10 years, kind of on and off. It's not like I'm like the master of having random pains that lead to nothing conclusive or serious. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. So I go home and I'm getting ready to stream. And it's now been like 3 minutes since I felt the first sensation when I was walking. And now I'm at my desk and the pain has gone from a 2 out of 10 to a 7. Now at this point, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to be late for stream. Notice how my head is so big because I'm so full of smoothie. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to be late for stream. I might have to stream at like 5:30, 5:45. Shit, I'm kind of annoyed because I had a good day. I got up early. I wanted to stream early. Always a good day when I go live before 5. And then 45 seconds later, I maxed out my stats. And at this point, I'm not really worried about like stream being late anymore. At this point, I'm like, can I need to get in my car and drive to the hospital before I cannot drive. That's like kind of like the first thing I'm thinking of because like I'm alone here. And I could, you know, I guess I could call my dad and he could take me. But you know, that's like I don't have time for that. I have played these games before. I'm sitting here with this 10 out of 10 pain and I'm thinking, first of all, step 1, denial. Step 1, denial. Step 2, I've played these games before. So now I'm in my bathroom screaming, I've played these games. Suddenly I'm fluent in Korean. I look down, I'm in a tracksuit. It says 456 on my breast right here. And I've played these games before. So I immediately walked back to my car. I didn't get to my car to get the smoothie. I walked to the smoothie, but the car was parked. I walked past my car. So immediately I'm like, okay, dude, I gotta get to the hospital before I can't. Did not bring the smoothie. I left the smoothie on my desk. I completely lost my appetite. Have you had 10 out of 10 with past kidney stones? Yeah. The last time, here some people are new. If you are new, I mean, this is old at this point, but in 2019 I had kidney stones for the first time, which was very different. 2019 started with me having like being really nauseous and I threw up and stuff a bunch before I went to the hospital and found out I had kidney stones. I actually went to the hospital because of abdominal pain. Abdominal snowman. So that was the first time I had kidney stones. And that was, they still, you know, they took me and they put me on morphine. I was out within 6 hours. I think I was out that same night, like at like 4 a.m. And then 2023? '22? No, 2023 I had kidney stones, November. Because it was the day before Thanksgiving. You guys might remember this one. This is one you guys might remember. This was, I was playing Sekiro when this one dropped. I was living with my ex at the time, actually. That's when I first suffered the pain and recovered. The kidney stones are bad too. November 2023, I had kidney stones. Again, that was before Thanksgiving. And that was the worst. That was the worst. And 2 months before this, in July, I had COVID and strep, which put me in the hospital. I'm not just going bar for bar here with like ailments. I'm just to compare because you asked about the pain. This was the worst thing I experienced. 2019 Sekiro. It wasn't Sekiro that was bad. The 2019 kidney stones were the worst thing I experienced at this point. Then the next thing was this. I was like, holy fuck, this COVID strep thing is worse. I was in so much pain. This is like worse than kidney stones. And then it's just like only a couple short months later, November 2023. So it's July 23, November 23. I had the second incident. That's when I went with my dad, and it was really bad. I got admitted, and then they saw me in the ER. I go to the ER every time for all these things. They admitted me into the hospital, which means it's like a whole process, like paperwork shit. You get like a room, like you're there for like, it's a whole thing. It's different than just like going to the ER and getting sent home. So I actually stayed the night there. You guys might remember that. It wasn't too long ago. And that was like the worst. That was awful. It was terrible. It was infinitely worse than the first time I had kidney stones. I was like, wow, I was doubting that I even had kidney stones in 2019 because of how bad this was. Dude, this shit? March 2025 kidney stones incident? Bro. This makes this look like child's play. Like, if this is pure heroin, this is solar power. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, it's night and day. How many days were you actually in the hospital? I'll get to that. Yeah, the the Minecraft drops viewers put them into my body. Yeah, I'm kind of up. Well, I'm always up because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Of course I'm up, dude. Every day I wake up and it's a new day, I'm up. Progress isn't linear. The fuck? So, anyway, let me expedite this. I went on Wednesday. Oh my god, there's so many stories. There's so many stories. Dude, I don't even know like where to start. Let a bitch get a new canvas. I wish I had Procreate on here. Like, I wish I could draw my iPad and you guys could see it on the screen. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Oh my god. Okay, so I go to the hospital. It's March 26th. This is last week. I get there. It's rush hour, right? It's 5 p.m. essentially, 4:40 something. And not gonna Discord call with the iPad. It's just take me 10 minutes to set up and then I'll be annoyed. And prime time, baby. So I go in there, waiting room. Sorry, before that, I drive, park, skirt, chilling. Big red letters, emergency department. I look up. They're glowing. They're speaking to me. It's like when you look at the Coors Light in the fridge and it's like iridescent. It's speaking to me, dude. There's a little security thing, metal gate. You walk through it. There's a little tray right here. Security guard says, put all your shit in there. I have my water bottle. This water bottle here, because I know I'm going to be here for the long haul. I have my water bottle, wallet, keys, phone, hat, Snoopy sweatpants, Uniqlo t-shirt, glasses. Is that normal for hospitals in the US? Maybe for the ER. So there's security. To be fair, it would be kind of wild if you could just walk in. There's like a lot of sensitive stuff once you get through here. Like there's like people that are walking around one shot. There's like nurses literally right here. Like you open this door right here. There's like a whole thing. So Oh, you were in the ER too? Not twins! So anyway, I walk in. Glasses, jacket, shirt man. Call me glasses, jacket, shirt man. And, dude, you know I'm droning on when someone says the work in the middle of story time. Ow, 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 ow. No, I'm teasing. Ow. Don't make me laugh. It hurts the stones. Oh. So I put all my shit in the fucking detector and I walk through and the thing beeps. Keep in mind, I'm in 10 out of 10 fucking pain. I'm walking like this. I walk up to the ER like this. At this point, I'm making audible noises. Like I'm like noises of pain. I'm like this walking. Old man type shit. Beep beep. Beep beep. I'm walking like that to the ER. I also walk like that to my car, and it would do. Dude, I gave up some teenagers the ick. I walked past some high school students, and I was walking like that. For sure, gave them the ick. For sure, gave them the ick. Didn't even care. Didn't even care. Fuck do I care about giving some 16-year-old kids the ick? I'm 30 on my deathbed. Literally, it was like that. I was like I was BB. And put my shit in there. I walk through, the thing beeps. Security guard, God bless him, not the brightest guy, giving me a hard time. It's like, go back through again. It's your glasses. I was like, no, it's not my glasses. I've been to the airport 100 times. I always wear my glasses. I even wear my hat through the thing at the airport. They don't care. So I start like wondering what it is. And I've gone through the fucking thing like 3 times. And there's people behind me. There's like a queue. Like the storm is coming in. And there's people trying to get to the reboot van. So the guy is like, oh, my internet's cooked? No, hold on. It's my internet. It's not you. That's annoying. Yeah, I know we're back, but it always does that. It goes in and out. I just don't want it to get worse. Dancing people. One sec. Drop the bitrate really quick. We don't really need it for this anyway. Okay. Refresh. So I took my glasses off because I got to when you take my glasses off. I'm telling you, dude, it's not the glasses. My glasses never beep through anything. They're made out of like fucking, I don't know, titanium alloy. Yeah, who knows. And I look down and I'm like, fuck, it's my gay shoes. So I'm like, security guard's getting frustrated with me. I'm fucking keeled over. I'm one shot. You know what I mean? Like I'm dropping my loot. People behind me are getting mad. I look down, it's my gay shoes. Whiskey, what do you mean gay shoes? Birkenstocks. They have like the metal strap on them. They always set off the metal detector. And the reason I know this is because when I went to the airport, San Francisco, I'm sure they get a lot of people wearing Birks going through the airport in San Francisco. Just saying, I'm sure that's the highest Birkenstock traffic in America, airport-wise. The person at the airport in San Francisco said the Birkenstocks always set off the metal detector for some reason. SFO versus PDX. Dude, I don't know. I think San Francisco might win because it rains up there. You don't want to wear sandals in the rain, right? Oh, my internet's cooked again. It's fucked up, man. Mid-Idge Bowl. That's so annoying. Can't have shit around here, man. I'll refresh as many times. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's just gonna keep doing that, unfortunately, until it like fully poops the bed. Didn't even pause for me. Yeah, but what happens is that you guys get crazy delayed. What happens is if it doesn't drop for you, it just stretches the delay out. And it's ass. My delay was only 2 seconds. Yeah. You better count your lucky stars that it stays that way. Switch servers. It's because of the wind. Yeah. There's outages here. It's cooked here. That's why. Pretty much every city. It's because the storms. Damn. Give me some peace. Let me get to this story. Yeah, it's stormy everywhere, so everything's cooked. Bad day to come back. So it's the Birkenstock. So finally I take the Birkenstocks off. You guys are caught up to where I am? And I finally sit down. Now I get to the waiting room. It's, oh my God, there's so much more to go. Waiting room, something, gay shoes. There is, every time I've gone to the ER, which has only been 3 times. Blue balls, kidney stones. COVID, 4 times. 4 times. Blue balls, kidney stones, COVID. Blue balls, kidney stones, COVID, kidney stones. I get seen right away. You come in, you're in like visible pain. And like there's not a bunch of people that they'll triage you right away. If you come in and like you're like having some sort of respiratory thing or stroke, then they tell everyone else to fuck off. Then they really rush you in there. So I go in there and I'm like clearly in a lot of pain, dude. This place is chock fucking full. It's rush hour, dude. I go in, I get into security. I'm clearly in pain. Like I'm making noises. I'm making painful sounds. I don't even care. I've already given the high schoolers on the way to the hospital the ick. Don't care. I'm groaning and moaning, and I'm giving it's like in like the comics when like all the characters are speaking at the same time, and it's like this. It's like one big speech bubble in unison. Ick. I'm giving everyone the ick. I don't even care. Like I'm like, okay, this is like, the only thing I care about is the pain I'm in. When you're in 10 out of 10 pain, that's how it is. If you've been in, really bad pain, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like purgatory. Yeah. So I get past security and then like, I look at him, I'm like check in. And then he's like, have a seat, please. So I have a seat and then, dude, I have time blindness via ADHD, but also I'm having time blindness here because I'm in pain. I think I waited here for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. I was waiting in the thing. The place was, every single seat was full for 45 minutes. And I was in so much pain that like, I couldn't even like, there was one moment where I was like, do I maybe call someone and try and go to another hospital? And the only reason I thought that is because there was a guy here who was talking to someone next to him, and he was like, I've been here since noon. He had been there since noon. It was 5 p.m. He had been there since noon. And then I heard that, I was like, it's over. It's over. Like, I'm like, it's over. Like, I'm going to have to do something drastic. So that ended up not being really representative of the mean waiting time because this guy wasn't actually in pain. He just like was waiting for some like test results. He was actually totally fine. He wasn't in pain, so like they weren't prioritizing him. But he said he had been there since noon. I don't have any context hearing that, so I'm crashing out. I'm also like not looking up at anything. I'm just like looking down. I think I was like sitting down on the chair, like all contorted, bent out of shape, trying to get some sort of relief. When you have, I don't know if it's like with all really bad pain, but Stinky, welcome back.
Ayo, it's my favorite kidney stone developer acting up.
Developer. When you're in really bad pain, you can't sit still. With kidney stones, it's especially like that. It's like really, really painful in like your flank, your side. It's my right side. And it's also, on top of it being painful, it's like really uncomfortable, if that makes sense. It's like almost like 10 out of 10 discomfort rather than 10 out of 10 pain. So I can't sit still. So I'm like squirming in the chair, like literally. Like it's like I look hysterical. And so I'm like moving around, squirming, and stuff like that. I'm for 45 minutes. I have like my hat over my eyes because like my face is red because I'm like crying. I'm dripping sweat. And I'm just like making noises. There's like an old woman next to me who's like clear. Like everyone else is sitting still and like not in pain. I mean, they probably are in pain, but they're not visibly agitated. I'm keeping an eye on my frames. I'm scared the internet's gonna cook. This woman's like concerned for me. This like these two people are waiting here. There's like a guy here, and then there's this guy. He's been here. He was here. Everyone has been here since I got here. He's sitting on like a walker chair thing. And he's like, I don't even, he's clearly unwell. Not a child. No, it's like he's 50 years old. And I know that because he said it 100 times. He's not doing well mentally. Let's just say that. And he's like constantly like hounding the security guard to give him water and like just like talking to people around him and just kind of harassing people, I guess. And like in the time that I was there, the security guard, like the brief time before like anything went down, the security guard like told him to like settle down once. So he's like raising his voice and just kind of like I don't know, like harassing people. This is a city ER for real? Yeah. For sure. Being a nuisance. But also like he's there for like medical help. So like, you know what I mean? Guy clearly needs help, but also like guy's like being a fucking dick. I think he's like on drugs or something. He's tweaking. It was giving crackhead. He's like sitting here, not in his own chair. He's sitting like on a walker chair or something. So there's this guy that's been waiting since noon. There's the old woman next to me. There's some other people, I don't know. Random people that didn't stand out to me. Security guard. And I've been here for 45 minutes, dude. And this guy finally gets up. He's like, they call him back to get his test or something. And like another family of 3 comes in. It's like these 2 women and then like their dad, maybe like I don't know, like a daughter, something, a dad, an old guy. The 2 women were there to bring the dad to the ER. The dad was like 70, 80 or something. So he walks in, they sit right here. And then this guy starts harassing them. Just like saying shit to them. And like the guy is I don't know, like they're just minding their own business. I'm trying to figure out how to tell the story and not make it take forever. This guy starts just like saying shit about like people are being like racist, like calling these people like Trump supporters just because they were white. And let me tell you something, no one in the city is there's like you'd be hard pressed to find 2 conservatives. Let me just say that. So this guy is now just like harassing people, like saying like I don't know, like kill all whites, just like saying like psycho shit, and just like yelling at like these people, and like this just like an old man and shit, and like yeah, this guy's like was full on tweaking. Security guard told him to like settle down twice at this point. That was like one of the things he said. Like a lot of like really awful shit that I'm not gonna say. Vibes are rancid. So finally, like these people that are here, they're used to this guy's antics. I'm used to this guy's antics already. Like I'm in pain. I don't even get. I'm not even gonna like say anything, even if he's annoying me, because I'm in so much pain. I'm like crying and I'm in hysterics. And finally, these two women speak out. They're like, "Can you like settle down, please? He has chemo or something, or he's on like chemo, like he has cancer or something." First of all, logical fallacy, appeal to emotion. I'm kidding. A comedic break. So she like claps back at him, and then he's like, "I don't give a fuck." No. Like, vibes are rancid, saying more rancid shit. And so security guard finally like comes and tells him to like shut the fuck up again. Then he starts fighting the security guard. Vibes are fucking rancid, dude. I'm sitting here in 10 out of 10 pain. This is how, and I should be doing the Wordle right now. You know what I mean? Like it's the time that a timeline of the story overlaps perfectly in another universe where I'm doing the Wordle and everyone's celebrating. So then these people start like talking back to him and arguing. So now there's like a full on like fight in the fucking thing. This guy finally gets seen, with his test results. Guy's been there since noon, walks back. I'm dying. Woman next to me is just minding her own business. There's a family here with a kid. They walk out because the vibes are rancid. They don't want their kid to be around it, obviously. They walk out because the vibes are rancid. They tell security they're going to wait in the car. I didn't even know you could do that. Maybe you can't. I don't know. So they start fighting. Then like they realize that he's no help, so they just start ignoring him. He's just talking to himself and harassing people and yelling at people. He like says some shit to me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even remember because I don't care. I was too busy being in pain. But when I remember when he was saying that shit to this family, this poor family, dude, it was like these like two older women and like their very old dad, like two 60-year-old women and like a 90-year-old dad. And I remember I was like, if he says one more thing, I'm going to crash the fuck out. Because I was like, I have nothing to lose at this point, right? I'm in 10 out of 10 pain. I'm thinking there's a 5-hour wait for the emergency room. I'm thinking this is my last day on earth. Let's go out with a bang. Let's light this candle. I'm actually on the verge of crashing out. I was like going to get up and just start like, I was going to channel all the pain. You know, like, I don't know. You know, like in Star Wars when Kylo Ren gets hurt and then like when he's fighting, he like hits his wound to channel the dark side. I was going to start hulking out. I was going to like channel all the pain into like crashing out on this guy because he was like harassing like all these people who were so innocent. Take him down from the top rope. And the security guard wasn't doing shit. The security guard would walk up and go like, sir, settle down. And English wasn't his first language, security guard. So he would just say like, sir, settle down in like a very like way that didn't get the message across because he was like wording it strangely. Long story short, I didn't crash out because I was like, dude, I can't. I'm like too physically like. To him, it was Wednesday. It's a fair point. And I'm gonna do shit for $14 an hour. I was about to do shit for free, dude. It's not about the money. It's about standing up for your fellow human. Too based. So anyway, this person gets up. They get their test results, and then this doctor comes in and they start to triage this family here, and they got here after me. They got here like 20 minutes after me, and then this guy speaks up to the security guard because you can't speak to the front, like the check-in people or the triage nurses. It's just security guard that's to let you back there. So this guy speaks up and he's like, I think that guy's in a lot of pain and he's been here longer than them. And he's on his way out. So he's advocating for me. And then once he says that, these two people also say the same thing. Because keep in mind, no one else is like visibly agitated except for me. I'm sure everyone here's for a reason, but like I'm in like, you have to understand, again, I'm in 10 out of 10 pain. I'm dripping sweat. my face is beet red. I'm squirming in the chair, and I'm like, I'm moaning and groaning. So that guy starts. He says can he be seen, whatever, and like I couldn't even say thank you because I was just like I had my head down, and yeah, let me know if my internet it gets cooked. Okay, it's freaking me out. And then these guys start speaking up, and then like security guards, like I don't know, right after they get taken in, I get triaged, and then nothing super exciting. The triage is like, so like, why are you? It's like so casual for them, you know. So like, what brings you in today? Me, literally one shot, right? Like with like red flashing like around my character. What brings you in today? Hey, guess. Excuse me. I know for them it's just like another day that ends in Y. They see shit like that all the time. Worse even. I ain't special. I know that. But it's always a trip. So like I'm sitting down the same with blood pressure, whatever, temperature, whatever bullshit. And then they say, hey, so like we're like really full on beds right now, but we're gonna try and get you in okay. And then so like they check me in, take my vitals, and then I go sit back down. I'm in pain for like another like I don't know, dude, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And then they like once again they see that I'm like in a lot of pain. So they ask if I can. The guy comes up and he says, hey, like I'm gonna ask the doctor if we can get you like a shot, something for the pain at least, because they can't give you anything until the doctor orders it. And usually they don't do any of that stuff until they bring you in. So they ended up, long story short, they ended up getting me like a shot of Toradol, which is just like a strong painkiller. And they couldn't put me on IV or anything, obviously, because they couldn't take me in yet. So they just gave me a shot in the arm. At that point, I'd been there for like over an hour, and I had to like get up to triage, sit back down, get up to like go talk to another nurse and sit back down. And one of the times that I got up and sat back down, as soon as I sat back down, they had me stand up again. The reason that's significant is because it took me 10 minutes to walk from point A to point B every time. They're like, oh, can we, they said, you need a wheelchair? I said, yes, please. And then they said, sorry, there's no wheelchair. So I have to walk, and I'm like reaching my hand out and like, they won't take my hand. I don't know why. Maybe they're not allowed to touch you. I don't know. Like they don't have gloves. I kind of get it, but at the same time, I was fine. And maybe that's not why. I just remember thinking that like, why isn't she like helping me walk? And like the people that this one of the women that was sitting next to me offered to help me walk, but I was fine. I was just like leaning on the pillars, and it was just really funny. One of the times, like, because again, I was like in hysterics, in pain. So like one of the times I got up to see the nurse and then walked back down. As soon as I walked back down, another nurse came and said, "Hey, come with me." As soon as I just got situated, and I remember like I had like my head back and I just started like laughing, like like the Joker, literally like the Joker. I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!" Like I just sat down and like I was like crying, laughing. Like it broke me. Like it was like the Joker. How about another joke, Murray? And again, not their fault. So I get back up and then they have me do a urine test. Oh, they take my blood. They take my blood at the triage also, and they have me do a urine test. This is before I'm even admitted. There's no beds. This place is fucking busy as fuck. It's rush hour on a Wednesday. And so I'm like, now that I'm sitting in a wheelchair next to the bathroom, which is still in the lobby, but it's just not like in this area. Also, by the way, this guy got escorted out. In the time when I was getting triaged or in one of the nurse rooms, this guy got escorted out. He wasn't there anymore. I don't know. I left and he was gone. Thank God. And then at this point, I'm sitting there waiting to pee, and my friend met me at the hospital. And not a tall ask. Yeah, you can pee when you have kidney stones. It's just like it's hard, and I had just peed at home, so I had to wait. I had to drink a shit ton of water until I had to pee again. But yeah, it's tough. So eventually I sit there, I go pee, then they take me to get a CT scan just because it's like the first thing they do. They just need to know how big the stones are. If it's kidney stones, I figured it's kidney stones because I've had it. You know, like I said, I walked in there. I started yelling in Korean. I've played these games before. They took me to get scanned. This is all. I'm still in the lobby. I'm either in the lobby or I'm in a room. I'm not like I don't have like my own ER bed yet. Excuse me. And this is the most eventful day, so after this, there's not going to be that much. I do the scan. The scan is asked because I have to get out of the thing and lay down and put like my hands above my head, and then the voice goes, "Breathe in, hold your breath." Meanwhile, all I want to do is squirm. So I get the scan. I'm waiting in the lobby again. The Toradol kicks in, or maybe it's just because this type of pain is it's like very colicky, which means that it's very this kind of. If you've had kidney stones, you know what I mean. The pain goes like this. It's 10, and then it's 2, and then it's 10, and then it's 0, and then it's 10, and it's 5. It's like very up and down. So I don't know if it's a Toradol or if it's just like this wave of pain is over, but I feel like almost perfectly fine. Toradol, what generation Pokemon? Gen 2, I think. Sinnoh region Toradol? Something like that. Evolves into a fentanyl-ligator. -2. Kind of like period cramps, yeah. And I feel kind of like almost fine. I'm kind of just like chilling. I've been there for like 2 hours though. Maybe 3. And I'm just like waiting to use the bathroom. I got that shit on. Remember I got the Berks on. I got that shit on. Can you start over? Yep. March 26th. No, I'm kidding. Fuck you. I feel kind of okay. My friend is there. And I get my CT results back and they say, hey, so it is a kidney stone, which is kind of a relief to me because like you never know. I don't know. At least with like kidney stone, I know I've played these games before. Like, don't give me a new game. You know what I mean? Like, it would suck if I walked into the ER queued for no builds and they gave me builds. It's kind of like nice when like I queue for builds and I get to play builds because I know builds. So like because I have played these games before, I know the devil you know versus the devil you don't. Yeah. And they're like, hey, so it's kidney stones. I'm like, all right, 6. So now I want to know how big they are. And then the nurse says, whoa, take me out to dinner first. And then we both look at each other and go, ah. No, that didn't happen. But what did happen was he said we have to wait for the results. Like they can see it's kidney stones, they just don't know how big. So he says there's a few stones, 1 3 millimeters. It's time to Google and go to kidney graphic. Because if you don't know what the kidney looks like, it's going to be confusion. Cereal. Here's what your kidney looks like. This is your ureter. What happens is stones they clog the ureter, and then urine gets blocked, and it builds up, and it causes pressure, and then this gets inflamed. Your kidney gets inflamed, and it hurts like a bitch. So that's kind of like what causes the pain. The stone passing through causes the pain, but also when the stone is... Ouch. when the stone is here and not like moving yet, like if a stone is just like right here, imagine if like Sisyphus just pushed this one like a little bit over here. It still blocks urine and it causes pressure and it hurts. Just a really quick explanation. So there's one stone there, here, kind of like where this one is, but higher up. There's other ones in the kidneys, and then there's another one on the left. There's another one left. They're all 3 millimeters or 2 millimeters, which isn't that big. At first, I think one of them ended up being 4. It's hard to tell the size sometimes on the CT because a lot of stones are different shapes, so they can be long, they can be wide, they come in all different shapes and sizes. Actually, fun fact: the one I passed looked kind of like this. It was very long, and depending on how it moves, it can hurt really bad, or it could be like easy. I also passed one that looked like this. Small one right here. I don't know what sizes these are, but they vary in size, so it's hard to tell. So anyway, the CT scan shows, I'm like, okay, every single time I've gone to the ER for kidney stones, the CT scan shows multiple stones in both kidneys, bilateral renal calculi is what it's called. And they've never been more than 5 millimeters, which is like still passable on your own. Anything more than 9 millimeters, I think you can pass on your own technically, which is fucking crazy to me. I think I just kill myself. And where was my canvas? 9 is fucking massive, yeah. But like 2 to 3 should be child's play, you know what I mean? There's probably, you guys have probably passed kidney stones before, you just didn't know. They're really small, like sub 1 millimeter. So anyway, I feel better because of the Toradol. And I give them a sample. They have my blood, they have my urine, so I'm waiting for tests. So I wait around longer. And then just to speed the story along, long story short, fast forward to like 7:50, 8 maybe. I don't know what time it was. I get sent home on Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I'm getting sent home. I'm like, okay, that was annoying, but like, I was still annoyed because I was like, damn, I was having a really good day. Have they ever tested your stones? I'll get to that. They haven't before. So I'm getting sent home on 3/26. I might even stream. It's like 7:50. No, I feel like ass. I'm not going to stream. Actually, I think at this point I made up my mind. I think also I had already told Discord I was in the ER with the kidney stuff. So I go home, I get food, I'm hanging out, and I'm chilling. I'm trying to remember the order here. Sorry guys, it's all a blur. Go home at like 8. Fast forward a couple hours. It's probably 11 p.m. I'm laying down in bed. I have some painkillers. I have some leftover hydrocodone, Norco. It's a narcotic painkiller from the last time I had kidney stones, from when I had wisdom teeth removed and stuff. They sent me to... You know what, dude? It was much later than 8 p.m. Because I remember we didn't go to the pharmacy after we got out because they might have been closed. But I have a lot of the stuff they're already prescribing, with the exception of Flomax, which is a alpha blocker, which makes it easier to pass stones. Also causes a bunch of other weird side effects. tanks your blood pressure, breaks your wiener. Yes, cast that one. Correct. Yes. Yes, my pharma girlies, we so up right now. So I take that. I don't have that actually because I didn't go to the pharmacy. So the first night, and I think I'm fine. Keep in mind, I think I played these games before. I think I'm fine. I think I'm taking home like the lion's share of the Squid Game's money. And 11 p.m. I'm chilling. And there it is. That familiar feeling. So I think, huh. So I think, huh. It's not odd. It's not strange to have like residual pain from kidney stones. I when I went to the ER November 2023 with my stones, I had a residual pain for like a week. Pretty normal. That's why it's very important to know when you pass the stone, which I've never actually known before. I've known that I've passed it, but I've never actually like caught it before. It would be helpful, yeah. It is very anxiety inducing because like you're just waiting, you just don't know when it's gonna happen. It's like knowing how you're gonna die, but not knowing when. So every time like you walk across the street, you're like, fuck. So I feel it and I'm like, shit, that ow. Okay. And then throughout the night, this is now Wednesday night. Throughout Wednesday night, still the first day. Long story short, this pain goes to 10 and I'm crashing the fuck out. I'm clawing on the ground of my carpet at my apartment. I'm screaming, I'm yelling. I really don't want to go back to the hospital. But because it's like annoying and it's like also, guys, kind of goofy, so embarrassing. So embarrassing to like go home from the ER and then go back. Right? Like so ick. So I really don't want to go back. I'm like, I'll just tank it. The high school kids weren't there. No. It was 4 a.m. Well, it wasn't 4. It was like, I don't know, 1 a.m. It was a thought I had for 2 seconds. And then, yeah, I'm dying before going back. This is the 1 out of 10 time, dude. The rare time where you don't die before you go back. And so I go back. I go back to the ER. I try and tank it for a few hours. It's fucking awful. I broke my chain, actually. I was like on the ground. I was like squirming and writhing in pain, and I was like holding my chain and I broke it. Hulked out for a second. Felt cool for 1 second. Changed my clothes. Because like, okay, I think we're going to be here for a while this time. Which one? This one. I was able to fix it. I was just like going like this. Like pulling on it. You know? So I go back to the hospital. Long story short, go to the ER. Boom, boom, boom. It's fucking dead as a doornail in there, dude. Boom. Instant triage. Right? Triage nurse. Total bitch. Sorry. She was really mean. What brings you in today? Yes! Listen, sir, there are heroes, okay? There are heroes. There are heroes. Well, I'll throw them a pizza party, okay? She was really rude. And I'm in like a lot of pain, and she's like asking me questions, and I'm like, you know, I've played these games before. I'd just been here yesterday. It's empty in there and shit. So I get seen right away, and she's like, "Hey, what brings you in? How tall are you?" And she's asking me questions, and I can't hear her because she's like kind of mumbling, and also like it's just like loud at the hospital, and also like I'm in pain. Sorry, I guess I was groaning over the sound of her trying to talk. I'm sorry, that's on me. And I try and like, she says something, and I say like, "Sorry, like what?" And then she says, I feel bad because like, you know, I don't know. It's nothing personal, but she was like, "Your name, please." Name. Like in the most like condescending, like fucking ass tone. And I'm like, on the verge of crashing out. Sam, this is kind of close to the JFK assassination, yeah. Just like, call me greedy. I just want to be treated with compassion. Okay, I know that everyone hates their job, and she sees motherfuckers like me come in and out of the fucking hospital 800 times a day, dude. I understand that, but I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive. Okay? So, like, I don't know. It just did not make the experience nice. She was like very rude, didn't care. Like, got mad at me when I like couldn't sit still when she was trying to take my blood pressure. Like, bitch, I'll die out of spite. I'll die out of spite. You know in Repo, when you can press escape and you can self-destruct? Like, I remember like thinking like, dude, if this was Repo, I'd self-destruct right now just to like piss her off. Like, I was like, dude, I'll respawn. But that's a whole other conversation. Dude, so much paperwork. So how'd the patient die? I don't know. He just exploded. Sorry, you said he was wearing a Waluigi mustache? Yeah. I was kind of crashing out. Like I said, I played these games before. I'd almost welcome pain back like an old friend at this point because I've been in 10 out of 10 pain for so long. Woohoo! And anyway, they brought me in. Some of the nurses were there from before, and I was really embarrassed. They brought me into the bed. Oh, there's so many more stories, man. Why does the music stop? You crashing out? Playing on iPhone? No, dude. Play on fucking computer. Sorry, I can't do anything without music. Thanks, Pixie. And anyway, some of the nurses that are there from before, they bring me in, they give me morphine, dude. They give me the good shit. They give me Dilaudid, which, dude, me and Dilaudid were like this now. Pharma girlies, you know what's up? Like, they're giving me the good shit. I'm still in 10 out of 10 pain, but like I finally can. I'm now. There's a big difference between like being in pain where you're like audibly agitated, like moaning and making noise, and like being silent. You can still be in pain silently, like I do it every single day. But to be like actually where you can like breathe, where you're just like, you know what I mean? So they bring me in, and like the nurses like chill, and like the other nurses chill, and then the guy, I'm gonna see if I can show you. The nice camera might be able to pick it up. It's been a couple days, so maybe not. I got my blood drawn here. And one of the nurses is like, oh, what happened here? Like pointing at my my left arm, because they did everything on the right arm. You can't see. Ah, you can't really see. Anyway, I had, because they heal quick. I just had like the blood pit thing, and he was like, he thought I was like doing drugs. He was like, oh, what happened here, huh? And I was like, oh, that's where they did my blood draw 6 hours ago. And he was like, oh, okay. Dude, the hand one. Ooh. Oh, it was really bad. I'll get to that. This is the song. This is the song that my friend modded his George Lopez alarm clock to, remember? Sorry, niche reference. So I'm there. I guess he met a doctor pretty quick. Actual doctor. It's really, those who know, it's really hard to get seen by an actual MD at the hospital. Correct? I'm not crazy? I'm not crazy? For every day you spend at the hospital, you see an MD for 40 seconds? So doctor comes in, asks me questions. Hey, what's going on? Hey, are you in pain? It's awesome. I'm getting care. And Brenza Washington, I fucking love that username. King Kong ain't got shit on me. And I'm kind of calm now because they give me medication. And when you're in the ER thing like this, there's like 3 beds. There's someone next to me. I'm in the middle, and there's someone here. This is empty right now. I'm in the middle. Yippee! There's some guy here like snoring and groaning, and I don't know what he's doing. And doctor comes in. Dude, she was so cute. She was like this like older. She was like this like. When I say older, I mean she was like must have been in her 70s. Like older Asian woman with like bright pink hair. And like the back was like purple. I was like, okay, bitch, go off. She was cool. She was asking me questions, and she said, she actually made me feel really stupid. She was like, so you've been in 10 out of 10 pain for like 4 hours. Why didn't you come in earlier? And I really wanted to say, because I didn't want to give you the ick. But also, yes, guys, the reason they sent me home before was because they had, you might remember when I was chilling, there was no beds. They weren't even considering admitting me. And I felt a little better. It was jam fucking packed. I didn't even get a bed when I went. I was just in and out of like the triage, getting a Toradol and then giving them like my pee. It is giving the map from Severance, yeah. So she said, why don't you come in earlier? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to. I thought I could just tank it. And she said, oh, well, like it looks like your kidney might be infected. So now I'm crashing out because there's a far cry between a kidney stone and an infection. Infection is like the worst shit when it comes to anything, because that's the shit that'll kill you. And so now I gotta do testing, and I gotta do CT scan. I gotta pee again. They asked me to pee like 100 times. Just take my Johnson at that point. And yeah, kidney failure. I would just at everyone in chat, ask for one. It's not that bad. Infection, like I gotta beat it myself. And speaking of pee, I gotta pee. Jarvis, ever the Johnson, please. Jarvis, extract the stone. Jarvis, careful. Hold the pee. Kind of hurts. So, whatever. I chill there for a bit. I do some more tests. Another CT. Now on the CT, they can see that the stone has gone. It's down. It's in the middle now of the ureter. It's no longer here. It's here. It's making its way downtown, walking fast. And Malcolm in the middle. And I'm chilling there for a bit. There was some interesting stories. Someone came into me. It was very fascinating, but it was also very scary. And don't XD too hard. I think she was okay, but someone came in ODing. And it was kind of freaky. She was like right next to me behind a curtain, like 4 feet away. And I listened to the whole thing. I don't know, maybe I am traumatized? Holy shit, maybe I'm traumatized. Nah, I'm not traumatized. It was really scary though. I feel I was gonna say it was uncomfortable, but like she's the one ODing. It was very hard to listen to. She came in and she was like could barely talk, and I was my nosy ass was snooping, and she was fine, but it just kind of made me feel like, oh fuck. Not the time for my joke. It's always times for jokes. Oh, don't make me laugh. It angers the pee. But she came in and she was like, "Oh, I haven't slept in 4 days. I've done. I think her docket was didn't sleep for 4 days. Did coke for 4 days straight. Took Adderall. Took a bunch of oxys, and took her antipsychosis meds. And she was crashing the fuck out, dude. Dude, I was like, I would die. A cocktail, yeah. Yeah, she was sipping the shit that made Paul Blart, dude. It was kind of nuts, dude. She's in her 70s. Girl, the doctor was in her 70s, not the patient. You smoke anyway. No, this chick was like 40. Actually, I know her exact birthday and her name because I was next to her. I'm just not gonna dox her. So yeah, she was crashing the fuck out. She like couldn't talk. She was like convulsing. It was like really fucking wild to actually like witness. Made me feel better about my situation though. I was like, you know what? I'm locking in. At least my heart's not stopping. But she was okay though. She was okay. Yeah, I hope she got out. And anyway, not to Debbie down. So now I get admitted. It's Thursday. It's Thursday, dude. I'm admitted. I chill here for a while, actually. I fell asleep. I was here for like 12 hours, probably. So I got admitted. I'm in the hospital. We're here for the long haul, dude. It's now Thursday. You know what's crazy? Everything I've just said for the last hour was just one day. But probably the most eventful day. So Thursday, I'm chilling. I don't know. Thursday blended into Friday pretty quick. I was just like every 3 hours they were pumping me full of Dilaudid, which is a narcotic, which feels so ass. Have you guys ever had it? IV? Dude, it's ass. It's amazing because it's amazing like the same way heroin is amazing probably, but it's ass in that it feels so ass when you first get it. I would get addicted for sure. So we'll get to that. Yeah, Stowey, it's fucking nuts. Anyway, so I really hate receiving it. It's just same with morphine. Morphine makes you like I was asking for Zofran. Zofran is anti-nausea medicine. But like you can only get Zofran every 8 hours, and like the Dilaudid was every 3 hours. So like I'd have to just tank it because like when they first do it, first of all, you feel if you've had an IV, you know what I mean, or if you've had the contrast when you get a CT scan or MRI. CT scan, I forget. You can feel it go through your body. Do you know what I'm talking about? You can like feel it going through all of your veins. It feels fucking weird. That is strange, but then like the narcotic painkillers, like the opiates, like Dilaudid, and like fentanyl and shit. Yeah, it rushes through you. It feels like my brain was expanding. Which is like a head rush, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. Dude, I'm not like an opiate addict, so like I'm not used to this. Yeah, it was like poppers times a million. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It was like poppers times a million. I fucking hated it. Also, another thing that opiates do, guys, is constipated. Yeah. So I think between Wednesday, before stream on Wednesday, up until Saturday night, couldn't go to the bathroom. So that was awful. I've never been like constipated like that. Tell us about it in detail. There's not much to tell. It's just like I never experienced that. And it was fucking ass. And actually, I started refusing the opiates at the hospital because of it. I was like, dude, I'll tank the pain. I really don't want to like, excuse me, I don't want to like have to like worry about that. Full of shit for real, dude. So it was extra pain on top of the urine pain. Yeah. And like there was times when like the kidney pain would go down, and then I also had a migraine really bad for like one of the days, I think Friday. And then those times where like the pain from the kidneys was worse than like the other pains. Because now all the buffs are stacking, you know what I mean? They're working together. So, which again wasn't that big deal because I was on painkillers. So none of them were really that bad. But Thursday, Friday blended together, bunch of tests. The food was ass. I think I went on my phone like twice. The whole time between Wednesday and Friday, I went on my phone like 2 times. And one of them was to text my dad. Like that's how bad it was. Like I couldn't even like look at a screen, or like I was just in pain despite being on painkillers. But at least I could sleep because the narcotics would knock me out, which is really nice. That's kind of the only reason you go to the hospital for kidney stones, barring surgery, is for pain management. So Friday, Saturday, I couldn't even tell you what happened those days. Fucking nothing. Bored out of my mind, just like sleeping in pain, sleeping in pain, getting poked and prodded in pain. They had to switch me to a new room, which was ass. The nurses, guys, nurses don't get mad, okay? I know I'm the worst. Not to be like a annoying patient and entitled. Some of the nurses are that dude. They gotta be stupid. Like just like someone would come in and say something that is like completely wrong. It's like, hey, I'm here for like to remove your catheter. I don't have a catheter. Someone would come in and say, hey, like I'm here for your medication, and like I always ask what they're about to give me, and they said some shit that I've never heard of, and I was like, I'm not taking that. I'm taking this, and they're like, oh, sorry, and I'm like wondering, dude, what the fuck? Like, what if I didn't say anything? It's like wild. Were you at a dog shit hospital? Yeah. My insurance, I can only go to like 2 hospitals, and they're fucking dog shit. So anyway, like long story short, I'm gonna go pee really quick because I can't hold it. But a lot of the nurses were just like, I was like kind of blowing my mind and just like fucking up like the schedule on the pain medication. Like they were supposed to have pain medication every 3 hours, and like one of the nights I went like 8 hours without anyone even seeing me. Just like sitting there. And I was just like, dude, I can't do anything. Like I'm powerless. And then the doctor, like one of the times I spoke to the doctor, she was said, yeah, I don't know why the nurses aren't giving you, like, I have you on like every 3 hours this. And like, she like told me what like the pain management and care for, what is it? Plan of care was. And like, she was like, yeah, I don't know what the nurses are doing. And I was like, oh, cool, dude. So that was annoying. Also, when you're in a hospital bed, I think maybe all of them have this. There's like a button that you use to call the nurse. So if I needed anything, I was going to show you guys a video, actually. This was just to show you the vibe. Yeah, so like the first night in the hospital was fine, but like once you're there for a while, dude, like you start experiencing this fucking bullshit. And it was really annoying. I was like getting really frustrated with the nurses, and like I'd use the call button and I'd say something, and then they would sound annoyed. They'd be like, yes, how can I help you? Like, sorry, I'm dying. And again, I know I'm being entitled, and I know there's 100 fucking patients that are worse than me. Dude, there's some fucking bad. I'm a good patient. Guys, I'm a good patient. I felt like a good patient, maybe. Dude, there's patients that are just like fighting with the nurses. Like there was a guy next to me who was just like screaming. Like there was another guy who was just like cussing the nurses out. There was another guy who was like, no, I can't do it. Like throwing shit. Like I'm a good patient, I think, maybe. And so I'm gonna show you this video. This is one night. When you press the button, they're like, how can I help you? They're like, sound exasperated. And I'm like, dude, sorry. Like it's like I need something. Like I don't press the button unless I really have to. And one time I pushed the button, I said, hey, like I was supposed to have like the pain medication, and then like no one responded. And then I was supposed to get the pain medication, and I was supposed to let my friend in. They're supposed to let like the visitors in. And they couldn't, she was stuck downstairs. Like security wouldn't let her in. So I asked about that too, and then I hit the button. They said okay, and then like nothing. They never like called back or sent me one. So 5 minutes later, I pushed the button again, and I said the same thing. I said, "Hey, it's like been 5 minutes," and then she mocked me, and then she said, "She said, okay, I know you've waited 5 minutes, but da 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 da." And dude, I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay. Like I don't know, when you push the button for the nurse to come, like I'm pretty sure like I wouldn't do it unless it was like an emergency. And it like kind of was an emergency because like they had like my friend downstairs hostage with security, and my pain was pain meds were like 2 hours late, and I'm helpless. I'm like I can't like get up or do anything. I also hate being helpless. Sorry, man. Take. Um. So, and again, I know like they're fucking they got their jobs suck, but like I was like, dude, I think bedside manner is really important. I always talk to Weege about that because Weege is the one who told me what bedside manner was 8 years ago because he used to work in a hospital. Bedside manner is like the way that, like the compassion, I guess, that medical workers treat you with, essentially, right? Like the way they talk to you and stuff, like the kindness. It really like makes a huge difference for me. Like if I'm in pain, you can bring my pain down from like a fucking 10 to a 9 just by words of affirmation. um, it's like really like it's really important to me. So like when people have like no like bedside manner, it's like, dude, fucking, it just like fuck you, makes it worse. So I'm gonna show you a video when I get back. I'm gonna go pee really quick, okay? Thanks for being patient. I got a wee whiz. Maybe I'll pass a stone. It's entirely possible. I still have some. I gotta pee in this thing. Check it out. It's really fucking annoying, dude. You know, like you gotta like wedge this in there with your Johnson, like while also like sitting down, like and there's no room, dude. Diva cup. All right, I'll be right back. None splattered, you buffoon. That's an unused one. It's a prop for stream. The real one's in the bathroom. Ah. Like the first time I've danced in 8 days. Muted, unfocused. What? It also helps to oh, I made the music louder when I was peeing. I'm a brand new bitch. It helps to jump around apparently. When you have kidney stones, going roller coasters and shit. So I was like jumping up and down and stuff, and it was kind of helps. Some people say to like jump up and down and like land really hard on your heels. And I did that at 3 a.m, and my neighbor got mad. Dislodges the stones. You're actually like, it's really good advice. People say roller coasters too are good. You think the stones were caused by squeezing the pee out previously? Oh, I don't know. How to avoid kidney stones? Yeah, it's pretty ass. I don't know, predisposed, is that the word? I've had them 3 times and I can't think of why. Can't be my extremely healthy lifestyle, right guys? Can we discuss your previous symptoms? What are my previous symptoms? Talk to me. Finish my story first. Prone to them, had to change her diet. Yeah, I can't change my diet because I'm poor and lazy. They'd spin pregnant women like a salad spinner. Yeah, I need that shit. Anyway, so I saw ER and thought Elden Ring. Dude, honestly, maybe the Elden Ring is the stones we passed along the way, -2. Cringe Gen Z default statement joke. Okay. Can someone remind me where I was? I forgot. Rude nurse. Yeah, nurses were ass. Couldn't even tell you what happened between 3:27 and 3:31. 28 Friday, 29. 30. Sunday. Just chill at the hospital, I guess. It was ass. It was annoying. Food. I posted a picture of my food on Whiskey Co. Oh, the video, yeah. I posted a picture of my breakfast on Whiskey Co. Hospital food, so ass. Barely ate any of it. Also, not the hospital's fault. They put onions and mushrooms in half the dishes. Hey, hospital. This is my last meal? Hey. Hey. Mushrooms and onions? Bring out the fucking chicken nuggets, man. Cheap, dude, actually really wisdom, dude. Cheap veggie filler. I never thought of it that way. Like if they gave me like carrots or like peppers, I wouldn't care that much. But onions, is it because it's cheap? Authentic Mexican, dude. Oh my god, I want that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm being picky and annoying. The food was ass. It's always ass at the hospital. I wasn't expecting it to be good. Check this out. Tamales, pico de gallo, guachamo, quesadillas, frijoles, horchata. It's time to fix your organs. Free bird. Guys, I'm sorry. This is actually kind of traumatic for me, and it might be kind of triggering. It's nothing crazy. It's just the sounds of equipment. I took this video. It must have been 3 a.m. I'm sitting here. I'm in a new room because they had to move my room because there was like, they had to move me because like they had to replace the person in my room with someone who had to be closer to the nurse's station. Valid. The room they moved me into, they also needed to take the bed out of it. So now I'm in an empty room that's just like a bed and then like 2/3 of the room is just empty tile floor, so it's giving real prison. I had blankets, yeah. This is 3 a.m. Took this video because I wanted to show you. Would you still love me if I was a worm? The position I'm in. IV is, it's, the video doesn't do it justice. Loud as fuck, blaring red light. Keep in mind, I know it's probably fine, you know what I mean? Probably just like low battery or some shit. Actually, it's not low battery. Because fun fact, the machine did go, the pump did go low battery, and we had to fix it ourselves because they wouldn't come. So I was on my phone Googling the model number of the fucking pump. I swear to God. So I know this alert isn't no low battery because the day after this there was an actual low battery alert, and we had to turn it off. So anyway, this was like another thing. This was like something that actually, and it was like flashing red. So like, hey, I'm a little anxious. You know what I mean? Hey, what's that noise? Hey, what's the noise? Call the nurse. Hey, it's beeping. No one comes for 5 minutes. Now, you know that any repetitive sound is agitating, right? Is that maybe that's like a OCD take? Happy Autism Awareness Day. This went on for a long time. Human take. So anyway, eventually someone came and fixed it, but I took this video because I was like, dude, I cannot believe this shit. I'm like trying to sleep. This thing is, like I said, it's louder. Video does not do it justice. So anyway, very funny. American healthcare? Dude, American healthcare is great if you're rich. Just not the facilities I go to because I have state insurance, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you, California. Thank you. Thank you, my communist state of California. I appreciate that very much. I'd be dead without you, probably, literally. Anyway. So, yeah, that was funny. I'm at the hospital. Nothing real crazy happened. Food was ass. I finally I was able to use the bathroom on Saturday. Keep in mind, the narcotics stopped the pipes a little bit. So that was really cool. They gave me Metamucil and they mixed the Metamucil with orange juice. No joke. Hey, no joke. Tasted like sand. Had the consistency of Play-Doh. What the fuck is a kilometer? So anyway, finally was able to go use the bathroom, so to speak. And then on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. It's now 3:31. I listen, I have no stories between 3:27 and 3:31 because I don't know, I was just sleeping and on drugs and angry and crying and in hysterics. Worst 4 days of my life. Worst week of my life, for sure, not even close. It's kind of wild. You don't know how, like, when you look back at things, they're always like a diluted version. Diluted is too close to the word dilaudid. I'm triggered. They're always a diluted version of what it was. Like, when I look back at it, I'm like laughing and like telling like funny stories. But then like when I was in it, dude, shoot me with a fucking gun. Like, I remember like I had like tears streaming down my face. Just like in November when I had him in 2023, like hysterically, like crying, like begging for death, like, you know, the whole nine. March Madness. Yeah, I was suffering from madness. How does that tweet go? I was suffering from madness and I'm not even the brightest of my time. So embarrassing. Not even one of the most gifted scholars of my time, and I was suffering from madness. So, Benefiber that sucks ass? Yeah, all the fucking fiber shit. All the stuff that makes you poop his ass. Makes sense. Sunday, I go pee and I feel a scraping through my urethra. Sorry, that verbiage is probably like enough to do some psychic damage to you. It's really not that bad, actually. Let me show you something. I'm just saying that to be dramatic. Kidney bladder diagram. Guys, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Dude, the kidney kind of be looking like a croissant when you hungry. Hold up. The kidney kind of be looking like that one trafficked baby from Death Stranding, no? Haven't played it, don't know. Croissant full of rocks, yeah. This is the worst part. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all mind if Latina copy pastes this image onto her canvas one time? For demonstrative purposes? This part, rocks in here? Fine. Okay, it's my right kidney. Excuse me. They do look like kidney beans, yeah. Is the bean named after the organ, or is the organ named after the bean? Holy shit. What came first, the kidney or the bean, dude? Oh, they're just really small kidney, not cinema. Love that emote. Kidneys here? Fine. I got rocks right now. Honestly, some of you do too. You probably don't even know it. If the rocks are small enough through here, totally fine. All good. Now, if one of the big boys, 4 millimeters, I think was my biggest one. The rest were 2 to 3. Get stuck in here. Ass. Ass. Horrible ass. Ass. Horrible. Trying to fit a square, trying to fit a rectangle into a square hole. That works out perfectly. Trying to fit a circle through a rectangle hole. Make sense? It's like the gif of Family Guy of like the train going into the tunnel, but the tunnel is too small. Like the gif that people respond with anytime Shaq posts a picture with his partner. So here is what they can look like. It's giving Kane's chicken. Sorry. I had to break up the harrowing story with some comedy. This with some cane sauce would have hit. Drool emoticon. This is just giving like the shit at the Chromie girl's house that's on the nightstand. That tells her you got to be together. So anyway, they're kind of built like this, or like this. They're jagged is the point. And when they're in here, it sucks. Sorry to interrupt, but the Five Nights at Freddy's 2, not reading the rest of your sentence, don't care. No offense. When they're in here, they're ass. When they get down here, it's actually not ass. This is the bladder, by the way. For those of you who don't know. Chicharrones. It's fine here, actually. You can have a million rocks here, and I'm chilling, dude. I'm really chilling. You have some residual soreness. Like, I'm still sore here from, like, the journey. You know what I mean? And this is fine, too. You know what goes here? Possibly a peanuts, depending who you ask. This is also fine. But you do feel it. I remember when I was a kid and I heard about kidney stones. I I looked at my knees and I said, "What stones?" No, shut up, dude. When I was a kid and I thought about kidney stones, or when I was younger, before I had them, I thought that the worst part was like, ow, peeing out a rock. I can't imagine like a sharp, jagged rock coming out of my schwanger. That is what I thought. I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. It's kind of like nice to know that the worst part is just like the pain caused from this. You know what I mean? This is actually not that bad. Just looks like a recorder we played in elementary school. Okay. Anyway, the point is that part is really not that bad. So back to what I was scraping through my urethra. I felt that, and I was like, "Oh, it's a good sign." And I have the filter. I'm peeing through the filter. Remember this thing? I'm peeing through this, which is like super tight. Nothing's getting through there, dude. Even like the water takes time to drain through it. Even the whiz. The whiz is different. The we and the whiz together, they have a symbiotic relationship. The we and the whiz. Why do some people get them and how do I avoid it? Good question. So, put out my head? Sure. You can feel the wee whiz dripping onto my face. Big Thunder Mountain could be a more fun way to pass it. Yeah. So anyway, I feel like a scrape and it's like, it doesn't hurt. It's not that bad. But I'm like, oh shit. And then I look down and there's a stone, dude. It's like, I felt like panning for gold. Dude, it felt like this is what the 49ers felt like in the year 1949 when they panned for gold and they saw that there was fucking gold flakes in the fucking the thing. 1849? 1749? 1649? I said 1949. Yeah, you're right. It's not 19. No one was looking for gold in 1949. They were just looking for peace. I was like, oh shit. So then gave it to the nurse. The nurse was like, okay, well, take it to the lab, give it to the boys in the lab. So the one stone is on its way to the lab right now. I have to call them and they're going to tell me what it's made out of. Now, for those of you who don't know, bang. There's different types of stones that are caused by different things. Calcium, uric acid, cysteine, and struvite. I forget what causes them, like too much protein in the diet, not enough water, too much sodium, too much sugar. It's like real like kind of generic shit like that. There's no like be all end all thing. That's the most common one. The calcium oxalate one. That's the most common. So they're gonna send it to the lab and they're gonna let me know what it's made out of, because it's really useful to know. And then, got the stone out. Reading them like tea leaves, dude. Yeah. It's now Sunday. I peed the stone out. It's like, fuck, man. I don't know, 4 p.m. I'm sick of being at the hospital at this point. And keep in mind, now I'm not in a lot of pain because I passed the stone. Once the stone gets to the bladder, the worst part is over. Once you pee out the stone, you're kind of chilling. And I was chock full of painkillers. So now I'm not in horrible pain and I'm on painkillers. I feel like $1,000,000. I want to leave. So I tell, next time nurse comes in, it's like another hour. Tell the nurse I want to go home. Nurse tells me, still got a blood test tomorrow. And you got to pick your meals for tomorrow. And I say, okay. Because I don't have enough in me to crash out. So the next nurse comes and I say, hey, I want to go home. I'm not staying here another night. Like I'm getting frustrated. I will admit that I was frustrated because once you're at the hospital and you're not in pain, you're like, dude, what the fuck am I doing here? You know what I mean? What am I doing here? But if I'm in pain, save me, hospital. This moment I'm better, get me out. See ya. Oh, by the way, They when I was moving around in my sleep in hysterics, my IV came out of my arm. It was right here. Oh, you can see it. Came out, I don't know. I was moving around a lot. Got unscrewed, it got broke. The nurse was like, I'm surprised you didn't bleed everywhere. You know what's funny? The first day I was there, I actually bled all over the mat. The whole thing was stained red. It's kind of crazy. Didn't even feel it. Just saw it afterwards. Guys, is there anything worse than the IV that goes in your hand? Rhetorical question. Answers no. The foot? Nah, okay, I believe that. Dude, this shit is so ass. I'm gonna show you a picture of the IV in my hand. It's not that bad, but if you don't want to look at it, I'm telling you now. It's really not that big of a deal. So uncomfortable, dude. I have like long fingers and I have kind of like, look at my hands. They're like, I'm built like Jack Skellington. You know what I mean? So this shit, anytime I'm moving any finger or muscle, I can feel the whole thing through my wrist and it's unbelievably uncomfortable. Dude, it's the worst. It was awful. I was like, why are you putting it there? And because my left, I got another blood draw here, and this was like freshly, like, just got the IV taken out, so we couldn't put it back, I guess. The adhesive's not bad. It's like the fucking thing. It's like in my fucking bone, dude. Ugh, it's fucking awful. I remember when my mom was pregnant, she had the one in her hand, and I was like, wow, that sounds like hell. And I got to experience it. So shout out, Mom. It's just terrible. And now I can't use my hand, by the way. I can't use my hand at all. Like now that hand is like out of commission. I could use my hand before when it was in my arm. I couldn't use it now. I couldn't like use my phone with that hand. I couldn't like hold the filter. I couldn't eat food. I couldn't like do anything. Couldn't push the button. I couldn't do anything. Push the button to like move the chair up and down. Shit was ass. Arm is way better. You don't even like, it's just like annoying, but you can actually have function. So anyway, that was really annoying. And like that was still in my hand and I was still tied to I was still hooked up to the machine, so I couldn't do anything. I'm sitting there in this empty room. They're saying you're staying another day. I'm like, dude, I'm not staying another day. And then the nurse came and then she said, so you want to go home? And then she said, okay, we talked to the doctor. And then it was surprisingly smooth from there. They got back to us in like within 2 hours. And it was like, here's like the point of care. Here's your scripts you're going to pick up. Boom, boom, boom. And so 4 p.m., I passed the stone at 4 p.m. on Sunday. I think we were out of there by 7:30. So like really not that bad. 3 hours of me being annoyed. Really not that bad. So I'm home. And this is when I think this was that night that I posted like the fucking in Discord. I posted some celebratory GIF in Discord. I posted a meme of LeBron saying, can't believe this is my life. Yeah, new 3 just dropped, bro. And I'm chilling, dude. I'm home. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna Sunday, Ender Dragons tomorrow, dude. It's Sunday, Ender Dragons tomorrow. We're chilling. I'm like, I made it just in time. I lay down. Yeah, join Discord. It's free. Hey. What's that? Now, I have hard concrete evidence, calcified evidence that I passed the kidney stone. And my naive ass, thought it was over. Dude, you know what this is like? This is like when you fight a Soulsborne boss that you spent like 12 hours on, and then instead of like them exploding into a fine mist, a cutscene starts and they transform into like a crueler amalgamation of what they once were. Dude, it was like that. Phase 2, baby. I walked into my apartment. First of all, as I walked out of the hospital, teared up. Yarnaby, it doesn't even come close. Teared up. Once I felt the air on my skin, teared up. Felt like Natasha Bedingfield. I was about to write a song. Oh, this is what she meant about feel the rain on your skin, huh? Teared up when I walked outside, saw the sun. Because you have to remember, I'd been in a hospital. I hadn't seen the light of day since Wednesday. Yeah, since Wednesday. I hadn't seen the light of day since Wednesday or felt the Earth's air since Wednesday. And it was Sunday. It's like really not that bad. But still, it felt bad because I was in pain, maybe. Hi, Longy, my goat. Good to see you, man. I'm just telling a long anecdote about my week. So I'm laying in bed Sunday night. And it's ass. It's 10 out of 10 eventually. Within a couple hours, goes to 10 out of 10. I have the new scripts. So I'm taking the Flomax. I'm taking the hydrocodone. Pain's 10 out of 10 again. Now, there is no way I'm going back to the hospital. There is no way. I already felt bad going back to the hospital the first time. Dude, there is no way I'm going back to the hospital after being there for 4 days, having to push, frustrated to go home, and then going back 4 hours later. Dude, they'd crucify me. They'd kill me. Dude, the ick would be insane. I wouldn't let me in, dude. Yeah, I was like, I did research for a while. I was like, what other hospitals can I go to? Like, I was like doing extensive research with my like insurance, trying to be like, what hospitals can I go to? Because like I cannot go back there. Like it's so, dude, that'd be so cringe. So anyway, I ended up not going back there. I tanked it. Enter my goat of this whole fiasco. Heating pad. Dude, this shit is so fire. It nerfs so much damage. Dude, I don't know why. I don't know why. It actually does more for you when you're in pain than any medication. Maybe it's just like the type of pain I was in or something. I had a heating pad on probably, no joke, every waking second, every sleepy second too, probably. Which for some reason I didn't use before. Maybe I didn't think I could find it or something. Didn't think of it, excuse me. There's a well-loved heating pad. I love, dude, highest value per dollar item in my house by far. Computer's pretty close, but heating pad, dude, it should have like $12, and I use it so much. So with the heating pad and my new cocktail of drugs, I actually am able to tank the pain. It was really bad for one night though. It was like 10 out of 10, like again, clawing at my sheets, ripping my chain, screaming, waking up my neighbors. Like it was still really bad. Also I had managed to shower before the pain started because I hadn't showered since Wednesday. Dude, and I had a beanie on the whole time I was at the hospital, pretty much. Just to keep my hair out of my face. So like I was fucking rancid, dude. So thankfully I was able to shower before the pain started again. And then all day Sunday night to like honestly Monday. It was more than 12 hours, probably like a whole day. Sunday to Monday night, it was like the same. It was like a day in the hospital, but it was at home. And there was no way I was going back to the hospital, dude. No way. Yeah, I would have, I think I would have had to be like, genuinely my life would have to be in danger to go back to the hospital. So I just tanked it at home. And the rest is history pretty much. It felt really good to shower. Yeah. I showered today too. Today and Sunday. And then yesterday I felt mostly fine. But I wasn't 100% certain that it was gone. And then yesterday I passed my second and third stones. Which looked more like this. You see this one right here? where my cursor is. They were smooth and darker. The first one was like this. The second ones were like this. I don't have any of them with me. One of them's at the lab. Yeah, so I passed at least one more at home, which makes sense because the scan showed 3. Scan showed minimum 3, and sometimes you can't. It's hard to see on the scan. You know what's also kind of freaking me out? The scan showed at least 1 stone of equivalent size in my other kidney. All these were in my right kidney, and I've had like some left kidney like twinges of pain, and every time I do, I'm like, no. You know that like that old like millennial gif of like the dog sniffing the cookies and then it has like Vietnam flashbacks? It's like that. Put them under your pillow. So like I've had some pain in my left kidney, but I've passed at least 2 stones from my right, and that was yesterday. And yesterday I felt it too. Like I knew when I passed it. I didn't have it through the filter, but I saw it, and then I also felt it. Choppers flying overhead, yeah. Tank crunching down my front door. Get to a roller coaster. I fucking hate roller coasters. But like I did try to be active. I've also had hiccups nonstop for like 3 days for some reason. And that's it. And then today I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm streaming. Went to the thrift store yesterday actually and restocked. The sticker packs are almost sold out in the stores. I had to go restock it. In completely unrelated news. It's like one thing I did yesterday. So that's the journey of my week. I missed some things because there's a lot, but I also don't want to talk about this forever because you're probably bored. Any questions? Someone asked how much the bill was. 60,000. Thank you for sharing. I'm sorry that happened. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm also sorry it happened. I told my dad and I texted him. Texted him the first time I went to the ER, not the second time I went back. Because I didn't want to worry him. And so Eastern European dad of me. Wow, I pulled a dad to my own dad. He was like, there has to be some sort of like tea you can drink that's like eliminates the stones. I'm like, Dad, no, there isn't. Like, like if that would, people wouldn't have kidney stones then. It's just like you were dealt a shit hand, dude. It's like I'm going up against the plant boss in Balatro. Like there's no tea, dude. My dad's trying to like open the console on the game and type no clip. No, Dad, you can't. You can drink water. You can take like shots of like apple cider vinegar, which I used to do. It's just fucking so foul. An elixir, the most purifying. But yeah, I ain't paying that bill. Fuck that. You know what I did pay though? Taxes. Shit was ass. Did my taxes for 3 hours last night. Longer than that, actually. Shit was horrible, bro. Did insurance cover any? I think it should be fine. I've always just ignored all the bills. So if they kill me, if they throw a Molotov through my window, I'll know what happened. Sid, welcome back. Thank you for 19 months, dude. Want me to chug 2 beers? Beer helps because beer's a diuretic, yeah. People say to drink lemon water and stuff. I don't know. Have you tried sitting on it? No. Yeah, I'm not worried about the hospital bill. Just because, like, if I don't think about it, I don't have to worry about it. Right? Like, I don't... Like, you know, like when a bill is so comically large, it's like, dude, I'm not even considering this. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'll be honest. If they billed me like $750, I'd be like, all right. Like, hey, don't bill me 60 grand, dude. Like I ain't paying this shit. Like, you could come kill me. This shit is stupid. Chill, did you do your taxes yet? Mine were so bad this year. It was, yeah, dude, I had to pay a lot. Shit was ass. I was complaining to Chris about it, and he was like, bro, that's nothing. And I was like, Chris, you out of touch again, bud. You out of touch. Don't even have that much in my savings, man. What do you mean? Threw it in the garbage? Yeah, dude, fuck that. Chill, if you don't do your taxes, I won't. Just kidding. I already filed. Fuck. It's okay. It's part of the game. It's part of the gig. It's part of the gig. All self-employed people should be putting money aside for taxes. I miss the days of being a W-2 where you could just like work and then like in April you get like they cut you a check for $2,000. Guys, take me back. That shit was awesome when I worked like IT in the city. They're like, hey, Whiskey, so anyway, we fudged the numbers. Here's $2,800. Instead now it's like, hey, so you stream for a living, and so because you stream, because you're self-employed, you inherently don't have any insurance or benefits. Also, give us $5,000. What? Wait, make it make sense, dude. Give me a break. The cost of being your own boss. SMH. Love my job. Wouldn't trade it for anything. I'd trade it for a super burrito. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Dude, having an accountant, it sounds nice. It is kind of annoying doing taxes for sure. TurboTax? I can file for free? Bitch ass commercial stuck in my head. My father's one? Okay, so no, Mix, you're right. Sorry, it's better to do your own taxes. Sorry. Builds character. My bad. It's every single ad, dude. Fuck that shit. Fungus, welcome back. Thank you for 19 months. Gonna cut Kiwi. BRB gonna blink. BRB gonna pass a stone. Oh, he's never done it. Oh, dad issue. Free tax USA. I'll die on this hill. Hashtag not an ad. I already filed. I don't care. Live your own life. Anyway, I do feel like a weight has been lifted out of my PNR and also off my metaphorical chest because I did my taxes. Got an Etsy pack? Whoa! Also, dude, shout out to someone in Discord said it. Someone said they got a shipping notification when I was in the hospital. I was not packing orders when I was in the hospital. They probably just scanned it into the post office while I was there or something. It was funny. People were talking about that in Discord. However, it was also funny. There was like 4 or 5 orders that went through when I was at the hospital. And one of the things I did when I got home was I actually did print those and pack those and walk them to the mailbox. It was like one of the things I did. Like I think the only time I left the house was to drop them off at the mailbox. Dedicated small business owner. Brian never stops. Well, if I can be frank, the orders were put in when I was in the ER, and by the time I got out, the orders were going to be late, and I didn't want to get like a bad shipping rating or something on Etsy or something. I don't know. I didn't want you guys to kill me also. But yeah, I did that, then I dropped some more stock off at the store. And yeah, guys, finish your collections, by the way. Finish your collections, please. I counted the amount of pin stuff left I have for this series, and I don't think it's gonna run out, but you should also finish. About that? About what, Kate? Plenty of people in Discord can probably help you with trades if you need them. If you have no idea what I'm talking about. I think there's a panel under the stream actually that explains all the sticker stuff. But I just want a Jester. Got to get more packs. I'm going to speak on that in a second. Also, really quick before I close out this, any questions about anything? I haven't been able to read chat and respond to chat, rather. Any questions about anything about my week? Just thought I'd ask. Are you pain free now? It's a good question. Not exactly. I'm still taking the painkillers. I'm not taking the narcotics because I don't want to get constipated, but I have like residual pain. Yeah, but it's I can definitely stream. I'm fine. Did I miss you? Yeah. Did you end up having an infection? Really good question. No. I forgot. Yeah, the doctor said it looks like you might have an infection, and then like 4 days later there was a different doctor, and we were like, hey, so like there was a possibility of it being infected, and they were like, oh no, it's not infected. So kind of scared me for no reason. Thanks, doc. Up top. But that's really good. Yeah, infection would have been horrible. I would have been panning for kidneys on the streets. Are they going to assign you a new doctor? No. You still have stones? I think there's one stone in my left kidney. Yeah, at least confirmed. But it also might not be that hard to pass. That's the thing about kidney stones is sometimes they are like, I've had them before probably, and I just didn't know it. Because if they're small enough, you don't feel it. I do have like weird flank pain a lot, and now, like I think that's what it is. Like I've always wondered, what's that weird random pain? And it's probably just like really small stones squeezing through that aren't that bad. What flavor smoothie? It was called berry something, like blueberry, banana, apple, orange, pineapple. Great art. This art is ass. You said the stones are in the lab. Are they going to test to see if they can deduce the cause? Yeah, I have to call the Quest Diagnostics, my beloved. You guys familiar with them? I got to call them next week and say, hey, what are the stones made out of? Also, can I have it? I want to put it into a necklace. Yeah, Quest Diagnostics is ass. Used to go there once a month to get poked when I was on Accutane. Can you fill up your water bottle? Yeah, I will. Can you go over that again? No. What are they doing with the stone? They took testing it. Sorry, I'm catching up. Have they ever considered lithotripsy? Did I butcher that pronunciation? No, they didn't. Have you guys heard of this? If your stones are big enough, they do this thing where they pretty much play Again by Fetty Wap featuring Remy Boys through a JBL speaker really loud, and they hold it up to your torso. And what happens is this I want you to be mine again, baby. Hey. If the stones are big enough, they'll blast it. They bring a bunch of stormtroopers into the OR and they go, there they are, blast them. Is this an ad? No. Wow, I made 2 jokes before telling you the real answer. Am I rotten to the core? They blast the stones into smaller pieces. As you can see here, it makes it easier to pass. They can do this. The hospital I go to does not have a urology department. Unfortunately. And I don't think they would maybe consider this if I was there for like days and days and days and days, but I was able to pass these on my own. It was kind of scary to me that it took me 5 days to pass it, because the last 2 times I had stones took me 16 hours and 6 hours. So the fact that it was like 4 days was crazy. No, they didn't transfer me. If I really needed this, they would have transferred me, yeah. Will I get the stones back? I don't know. I would like to have it. Using it like a mic. So anyway. Thanks for the questions. They don't call you? Oh, no one calls you. You got to do everything yourself here. You know, like they still get paid even if you don't go to your appointment. They don't give a shit. They got their bag up. What's the first food you ate when you got out? Good question. funny you tried to say anklet is cunt and it got auto-modded. Why is cunt still auto-modded? Actually, speaking of pain, kind of hurts right now. Out of nowhere. Stop. Stop! The first meal I got was garlic noodles and a lumpia. Sounds really good, right? Thing is, I had 2 bites, lost my appetite. Sounds really good though. Still have it in the fridge. I still have the lumpia in the fridge. Ow, ow, ow. That's another thing. The worst part about kidney stones is the anxiety. Anytime you feel pain, you're like, oh, here we go. Get my heating pad. It's actually a good idea. I'm gonna get water. Like the anticipation, like living in fear. And you always fear what you don't understand. You're Bruce Wayne, Prince of Gotham. Blast your AC. Dude, it's cold as fuck lately. What's going on? My kids were genuinely concerned that you were sick. Thought Miner was your brother. He is in a way. If you need to end stream at any point, it's cool. Thanks, Cass. Thanks for the permission. Oh, that makes me feel better. I thought I wasn't going to be able to end stream. Yes, ma'am. Of course. Yeah, right away. I'll fuck off. No, don't fuck off. Thirty-year-old man realizes he has free will. Okay, cool. I'm glad I asked the questions thing because you actually did have some questions that were cool.